Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome to my video on the top 10 most underrated bots in Transformers Earth Wars. But the difference is, this video was not decided by me, this video was decided by you, so stay tuned. If you like these videos and you want your say on my series of top 10 bots with more of these coming, then come and join my Discord server in the link below. We have regular giveaways, we've got a great little community, loads of information, and it's a great source for new players and old players alike to share information around, just to help you get the best out of the game. We had over 250 votes from my Discord server, so a big thank you if you did take part. We do regular giveaways around these top 10 bot series, so make sure if you are in Discord server, make sure you come and check it out, make sure you have your say, and make sure you take part. And like I said, if you're not in the server, come and join it below. But before we start, we've got some honourable mentions. So we have Cliff Jumper, who got 14 votes. We've got Brainstorm, who got 15 votes. Sideswipe with 16. And Powerglide just missed out in 11th place with 17 votes. Just 7 votes between 9th to 3rd place, so it was very close. So if you agree with this, put it in the comments, let me know. If you don't agree and you want to see some of these bots in the top 10 series, then tell me why these bots should be in the top 10. And if you want your say, again, make sure you join Discord server and come and have your say and have an influence on which bots reach the top 10 in my series of videos. In 10th place with 18 votes, we have Huffer and Lockdown. So these two have been around since the early concept of the game. They've had numerous buffs to make them relevant, and it seems their previous buff has just done that. On their own, they're decent bots with average stats of HP and DPS, and they don't really excel at anything, but they're also not poor at anything really either. What sets them aside is definitely their ability. At max placing, a laser that does 400 DPS doesn't sound much. But once you put 2 or 3 of these bad boys down together, it starts clocking up the damage at an amazing rate, lasting for 45 seconds as well. Definitely underrated, and I'd love to see a 5-star version of these in the game. In 9th place with 20 votes, we have Rust Dust and Scavenger. Rust Dust and Scavenger have also had some slight buffs to make them relevant, mostly with a range increase when released as a 5-star version. They can clock up to 3,500 damage as a 5-star and 3,000 as a 4-star in a large area, meaning they can be a great asset for cleaning up after some swipe bots and high damage bots. Their health lets them down slightly being a scout, and maybe that's the reason they aren't really utilised as much as they could be at higher levels, and maybe why considered underrated. In 8th place with 21 votes, we have Hound, Vamp and Soundwave Hiss. These guys on paper sound absolutely amazing, having bots prioritise defences whilst also doing considerable damage themselves. They also have great health and decent damage, making them a good all-rounder, so why are they so underrated? Probably their only downfall is the pathing issues they create by prioritising defences and the ability of running out and causing separation within the team, which can get your bots killed. But in the right team, they can be lethal. In 7th place with 22 votes, we have Smokescreen and Breakneck. I'm very surprised to see these bots in this lineup, as my 5-star Smokescreen is amazing at level 62 and is amazing against outpost bots, unrivaled. His G1 core also enhances this, giving him astonishing damage that can take out low level combiners in one hit. Smokescreen and Breakneck are definitely the pick of the bunch for me in this lineup, and surprised they're in this top 10. But as I said, this is decided by you guys, not me. In 6th place with 23 votes, we have RC and Nightbird. These ladies are considered valuable for a long time, being one of the only hollow outpost poppers in the game. But then along came Rook and Blot. With these new 4-stars having slightly better stats than their female competitors' 5-star versions, the 8s have made a few adjustments to them. They've given them a G1 core and ability 11 earlier than Rook and Blot to try and help with this and make them a bit more relevant. They're still cheaper than Rook and Blot with similar stats, so it's surprising how people rate Rook so much more than RC and Nightbird. With Rook and Blot now becoming a 5-star and eventually getting ability 11 and possibly a G1 core in the future, it's only going to emphasise how much more Rook is desired. But by no means are RC and Nightbird considered bad bots, and they're still great pulls. In 5th place with 25 votes, we have Rhino and Tarantulas. I think a lot of these votes came from how underappreciated Rhinox and Tarantulas are when pulled from the 5-star batch 7. Because it's such an amazing batch, these bots are one of the less desirable bots out of the batch, but by no means a bad pull. With extremely good health, decent DPS, a rush inability that slows, does damage in a decent area whilst also healing, what's not to like? This bot can literally do it all. Very, very underrated. With 27 votes next, we actually have a tie for 4th and 3rd place between Airaid and Slipstream and Punch and Counterpunch. Airaid and Slipstream have been in the game since the start and one of the most desirable bots back in the early days of the game. Their ability has always been underappreciated by the top players and has taken some top players in some alliances to really prove how they can still be utilised even as a 4-star to amazing effect at HQ 17. With these videos popping up around charts, people are starting to take notice, especially mid-tier players, realising that some 4-stars are still relevant and how useful Airaid and Slipstream really are. Punch and Counterpunch have had a buff recently, as prior to this they were massively underutilised. But with Punch and Counterpunch getting a hack effect, and hack being a huge meta in the game right now, they've quickly become extremely relevant, having both stun and hack in their arsenal, and I can see these guys going from strength to strength and becoming more relevant in the game. And in 2nd place with 42 votes we have Hound and Dragstrip. This is the most surprising for me in the top 10 lineup. Not because of their inclusion, I think they have a right to be here, but more how highly people see these bots as underutilised and underappreciated in the game. I think people forget how huge their range is. Pretty much being able to target halfway across the battlefield, if you can predict where their unpredictable ability will hit, then they can be used to great effect. Add on the ability 11 onto this, and they can do some crazy damage. These guys have got a lot of votes, and considering their range and damage, it's crazy how they're not used more in war teams. I would love to see these guys as a 5-star, and the game will be used to great effect. And in 1st place with a massive 82 votes, we have Seaspray and Octopus. These bots literally stole the show and absolutely ran away with it. A third of all the people that voted for Seaspray and Octopus, and for good reason. The 4-star is a great cleanup bot with good range, with their recent buff to make them a better basic attack spread, coupled with the tornado being made faster to reach its target quicker, and then ability 11, add this all up, put this into a 5-star, and these guys are really, really underrated. Once people realise the potential of the 5-star, they'll be one of the most desirable bots of the batch. A great bot and a deserving winner. Well, there we have it, the top 10 most underrated and underutilised bots in Transformers Earth Wars. Do you agree? If you do, let me know, put it in the comments. If you think some bots should be placed differently, or there's some inclusions that should have been in there, let me know in the comments, have a discussion about it. Well, thanks for watching, guys, really appreciate everyone that took part in this. Every single person took part had a say in this, which made it the video that it is. Watch out for some more top 10 series coming soon. Again, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit a like on the video. And for now, peace out, guys.